Hello, 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 and welcome to the Harry channel. This is Beema's Crafty Corner. I am Beema, better known as Els, and that's Harry. Uh, get down. Thank you. Okay. Apparently he was not prepared for that. What happened? What happened? Yeah? Hi, Sally. Startled crap out of you, huh? Okay. Hello, Miss Arlene. Arlene says, hi, Harry. Hi, Harry. Yeah. She said, hi, Harry. All right. So this is what we're working on. And this is an album journal, which means we're taking a scrapbook album and turning it into a journal. So this is a memory album, and it has these little flips in it. And we have built this one from scratch. So we built the book, we built did the covers with some book cloth. And the advantages to book cloth is that when you glue it down, the glue doesn't seep through and you don't get that weird fabric. This just feels like fabric. And it doesn't have any of those weird patterns in it from the glue. This is an open fold, gatefold. Flip it over, writing space, tag, flip that over, writing space. This is a flip up, and we have a big pocket down here where we're going to put some more journal cards and then more writing space, and that is the base of the book. And then we're going to put 3 signatures in, if I can get them. I was getting something out yesterday and I didn't put anything back. So let's get the washi tape out. Washi tape. I know I love a little washi tape. Oops. Uh-oh, we lost one. Washi tape down. It's okay. I'll get it. If Harry doesn't already steal it. Okay. Washi tape. So, we have done one signature on camera, and we finished this one yesterday and started on this one. I have done one completely off camera. I had a little piece in here and I think I lost it. Oh no. Harry steals things, you know? He does. He's a bad kitty. Oh well, we'll find it. It's here someplace. It might be in one of the books. Because it's not, I don't see it inside any of the washi tapes. Or stuck to any of the washi tapes. Could get stuck. But, so this is the first signature that we did, and we kind of finished this one up yesterday. I mean, we still have to put, tops on tags and things like that, but we're doing okay. I'm just looking to see if my piece that I was looking for got put into this journal piece. I don't think so. Okay. Well, it's not in there. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put these down here. Okay. Maybe it's in here. You never know. Yep, there it is. Okay. So we started on this one yesterday, and we did this like layered pocket. So we have a pocket back here, and then because this was really long and it wouldn't fit on the page, I cut some out of the middle and moved this over, which creates this little dimensional type tuck. So again, we need to put it back on this. So we're going to do that real quick, because if we don't, I will forget. I forget all the time. Nope, not tall enough. Poor daddy. And you left them in the house because they don't want to go outside with him right now because they think mommy's going to give them something. How wrong they are. So I did reprint some stuff last night. Because this is lightweight cards. It's Nina 100. We'll use it. Because we needed some more ephemera for this piece because this piece didn't have any, I really didn't have any ephemera. And I also printed some new pages that I thought, we could make some ephemera from. So this stuff doesn't actually go with this, but the color scheme is right. So, and it's kind of on theme. So I did cut some new, print some new papers that, we can do some fussy cutting and stuff from. Just some really cute ones. So we'll be adding some of those in. And then to incorporate them in the main journal part, I'll add some to one of the other sections. So let's see what we got here. We have 3 3/4. So 3 1/2. This is just leftover cardstock by let's take it at 2 1/2 and see where we're at. I'm gonna take a smidge more off. There we go. Smidge. And then I'm going to try and replicate these corners, which thankfully for me is a punch. Then we'll put some ink on here. Just to dull it down a bit. And then we'll add this to this, and it will be perfect. Perfection. Okay, I'm going to get out the big glue bottle. I have to tell you guys, I'm still not comfortable with this thing. So far, I figured out that you don't want to squeeze it. You just want to kind of turn it over and get the glue to start, and then just let it flow. That's how you get a fine line. Because if you put any pressure on this, it blobs out. I don't like blobs of glue. I had to order a new thing because I don't like this cap. Okay, so now we're going to put that in there. It's all backed. We're ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what we've done. Now we have this page just to write on, and we have this one over here. And this is a sack that we just turned into a pocket. And we used a piece of our paint chip in olive sprig to make this tab. And it's just a punch. It's here someplace. Here it is. It's just a punch. And this one is from Stampin' Up. But it's just a punch, and I just cut it in half. So we have that one, and then we flip it over. And we pulled this out of the stash yesterday, and I was thinking about putting it in here someplace, where it can be pulled out. I think we're just going to put paper on the back here. Just make this a writing space. And then we'll put a little tuck over here to put our little file card in. So I think that's where we're at. So let's see. Like I want to make it like writing space. So let's see what we have that you could write on. You can write on this, definitely. Oh, you know what? I do know where there's a page that's just really just writing paper. Let me see. I just saw it. Where is it? Here it is. because I did a couple of these. Okay. So just writing space. I don't really care for the rest of that page, but I do like the writing space. So we'll do that. So now we need a ruler. Here it is. Oh, Harry didn't steal it. And this sack is 4 7/8. So we'll go 4 5/8 by 3 1/4. So I'm just gonna take that part off. And this part. Now see this? Normally I would get rid of that, but if I cut that off right there, I could make like a washi tape strip out of that. So we'll keep it. Okay. So we said we want it 4 5/8. That's between 4 1/2 and 4 3/4. 4 5/8 by 3 1/4. You know what? We're gonna take that off right there. We're gonna preserve that. Now we do lose a little bit of writing space over here, but I like the detail, so we'll keep it. Okay. I'm going to very, very, very slightly round the corners here. And this is that beautiful rag paper, you know, that I put in a few of the kits. I love this stuff. Hi, Christine. I'm just rambling today. Sorry. I don't know. I woke up and my sugar was really good for me. My sugar was only 114 this morning. That was incredible. Awesome. I'm going to use some tape. Put this in. I don't know. Just want to. I like the sound. I could get out my ATG, but it's such a pain in the butt, you know? These are so much easier. All right. So that's our line. You know what? We could use our little thing here that I was looking for. I was looking for it. I lost it. It was in the bag. But we found it, so we can put it on here. Jane, are you ready to go outside? Let's put you guys outside with Daddy. Let's go. Come on. Outside with Daddy. Out you go. Oh, okay. There. I like it. Hi, Michelle. So I got up this morning. My sugar was 114. It was incredible because I'm usually at like 120 and above in the morning. So 114 is good for me. And I said to myself, let's have something a little different for breakfast. So usually I have bacon, and scrambled eggs, an English muffin, and fruit. And this morning I got up and I said, I want some hash and eggs. Now Mike buys me those little tiny cans of hash and eggs. They're only like 2 inches tall. You know, the little like individual cups. I could not eat the whole thing. I cooked that with 2 eggs. I scrambled it all together. half an English muffin, and like 5 slices of apple. I still have 4 slices of apple, and I gave half of one to the dog. All right. I just couldn't eat it. All right, so now we want to make this so that we can make a little tuck right here to put this in. So I think we're going to put writing paper in here and here, and then we'll do some kind of decoration on the front and some writing paper on the back. So let's get this out of the way for the moment. Let's get this out of the way for the moment. Where's that ruler? There it is. You know, my daughter tells my grandkids all the time, if you put it away where the same place every time, you'll be able to find it. I can't go with that advice. All right, so these are 3 inches across. So 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Get my note here. 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, because I'll forget. Y'all know I will. By the time I get to the paper. All right, now. So that's the same page we just cut up, only smaller. So we're going to do it again. All right. So I need 3 3/4. This is going to go on the inside. 3 3/4. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can get this in here. 2 pieces out of this. 2 3/4. 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Because it's a little on the greener side. Nope. Not unless I want that detail on there, and I don't really want half a butterfly. So, let's see. What else do we have? That might work. Nothing really. We're going to have to do this out of a fresh sheet because I got to get both pieces out of the same piece for the inside because otherwise it'll look weird. So let's see. We need 3 3/4 right there. And then this needs to be 2 3/4 there. And then I'm going to cut the other one off at the same spot. And get that at 2 3/4. Creative cutting. That's what we call that. Creative cutting. You know what? I miss the quack tape. I do. That tape was so good. And I mean that. It was fantastic. I have stuff that I put together with that stuff that's been out in the garage. And you would think out in the garage, you know, with the heat and everything, that it would have fallen apart, and it hasn't. That stuff was so good. And they stopped making it. It didn't survive 2020. I was kind of depressed. All right. we're going to round corners. And then I'll re-ink. I think this is the right corner. It might not be. It's going to be fine. Okay, so I'll re-ink the corners. This one squeaks, but not the same. It's not the same. And then we're going to put this one in. Should we do it opposite or the same direction? What do you think? Like that way? So it looks like it's continuous? Or should we do it this way so it looks like it's separate? Yeah, I kind of like it going all in the same direction. So I'm going to round the corner. And I will round this one, even though, because I just want it to mirror that. All right. Let's re-ink just for giggles. But this stuff is pretty good. This is from Full Mark. And it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. What I do like about this one is it has this, like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. It's like a little blue tinge to it. So it makes it easier to see where the tape is on the piece. Your convenient double-sided tape. That's the last roll of that I have too. All right. So now we need a piece for the back. And I think that we can use this one because it's on the back. I don't think you're not gonna be able to visually tell that it's a little bit different color. So let's round corners and we'll put this one on the back. It's really just about texture at this point. And then once we put the ink on it, I don't think it'll show. And then we have to do something on the front. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something on the front. Hey, Els, when you put ink on something, make sure you go all the way around. Okay. Otherwise, it looks stupid. Hey. Yeah, well, if you're going to be dumb, okay, fine. Fine. All right, so let's get this on here. Now I'm going to ink the whole card on the back here because I inked the front. For whatever reason, I did not ink the back of this card. And I put this on Totally Crooked. I'm okay with it. Shush. Fine, I'll straighten it out. Now, we all better like that placement because that sucker's on there now. Okay. Now, we have to figure out what we're doing on the front. And I think for that, we're going to want something small. Not too terribly big. I might try fussing cutting that. Ooh, I'm going to do this. Let's see how that works. I'm going to see. I ain't going to measure shit. I'm going to pick this up and take a look. Screw it. That works. All right, we're going to cut here. And I'm going to take this top piece off. so it doesn't mess with my measurements. And then this piece is, use the right side of the ruler, dum-dum. 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. Yep. Now I'm going to get out my fussy cutting scissors and I'm going to fussy cut this along this line. Where it looks like a torn page. Like that. Let's ink this and see where we're at. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. All right, so we're going to put this on. You know what? Since this part's going to be exposed and it is going to slide in and out of a pocket, I'm going to use glue. Let it flow. There we go. Let it flow. Let it flow. When you're gluing, let it flow. We're going to put this on here. Foilables. Yes, I do. I love inking. It's my favorite thing on the planet. I'm not 100% sure on that one, Arlene. All right. So now we're going to need a pocket to put this in. Look at this. We're just creating the whole damn thing here. Let me get all this out of the way for a second. Everybody, back in your hole. Even you. And you. Okay. Over there. Get off my desk. Okay. Let's see where we're at. So, like I said, last night I sat and I cut out some pieces that, you know, we desperately needed. All right, so I have this piece. I think what I'm going to do is just cut out the front of it and we'll use it as a tuck. So let's do this. I'm going to go right down here. Right over there. Right up here. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, but we're going to try. It's still going to have that little thumb hole in it. I hate when they do this. You know, when they put in a thumb notch. Because then it implies that it's a pocket, and we don't want it to be a pocket. We want it to be a tuck. That's not going to work. It's going to look stupid. Let's see what else we got. Could use the front of the envelope. Let's cut that out, see how that works. That's just going to be a pocket. Okay, here we go. That could work. That could work. All right, let me ink this real quick. So I reprinted everything, and I printed all of the stuff on a 100-pound Nina. I'm going to tell you guys, it's my favorite paper as far as like for printing pockets and things, ephemera pieces, because sometimes you don't have to back stuff. Doop, doop. That's going to do it. All right, glue. Very careful here. We don't want to put too much glue. Not squeezing the bottle, just letting it flow. Out of the way. Okay, now, I think this needs a little something. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it needs a little something because it's going to be sticking out on the corner. I reprinted our words. Okay. Look at that. All right. Now, let me get this out of the way. Let me get these out of the way. Let's bring this out. So what I did, because I knew we were sorely lacking, is I printed all the paper, all the pages, and I made them very small so that we could use them as journaling cards. So I did the tickets really big so we could do them as journaling cards. So I said, well, why not do it the other way? And then I printed out a bunch of the stuff again, and I cut a lot of it down. Still haven't figured out what we're going to do with that, if we're going to do anything with it. So, else, yes, let's not lose our paper. Let's put it up here and get our scissors out of the basket. All right. Now, we used all of our butterflies, so we need to get some more butterflies because we're going to need butterflies. We know we are. The ones that we're looking for are the realistic styled ones. We don't want none of them stinking fake butterflies. No. We want the real looking ones. Real-ish looking ones. Like those. Okay, that'll work. What else? That'll do it. And then look at the mixed ones because there's always something in here. And then we need some flowers. Like, not flowers, but, you know, we're out of the green stuff, too. What in the hell? Okay. Well, we've just made a mess out of that, haven't we? Okay. All right, so we got some green stuff. Because we didn't have any of that either because we used it all. All right, so we have some green stuff and some flutterbys. We'll probably get more flutterbys out. So we're going to add some. I've been rubbed on. Oh my gosh, guys. So yesterday, Smart Mouth, when I'm home during the day, daylight hours, I tend to for the most part, be fully dressed. Why? Because I have 7 kids, 5 of which live within 30 minutes of my house. And my kids don't have personal boundaries. I could be in the bathroom. I'm telling you, if anybody ever snuck into my house and tried to kill me, I wouldn't have any idea because I would just think it was one of my kids creeping around outside the shower. Hey, Mama. So I was sitting here last night and Mike and I were getting ready to play the game that we play every night. It's a kid's game, I know, but we love it, and we've been playing it for years. We played it with our kids. We play it with our grandkids. It's called Wizard 101. If you ever want to try it, let me know. I'll give you a friend code. You go over there, I get some credit. But, so we were sitting there last night getting ready to play after Mike got off work, and he doesn't get off till 9 o'clock at night. So we don't get a whole lot of playing time because I have to be in bed by midnight or I can't get up at 8 o'clock in the morning because, I have to go to my bedroom by midnight. I don't actually go to bed till about 1:30, 2 o'clock. But if I don't do that, then I'm not going to be able to get up in the morning, and be here. So I go in the bedroom last night and I was like, freedom! And he's like, what? And I was like, all women should be able to just go without a bra in the privacy of their own home, no matter what. And he's like, oh yeah, I fully agree. Matter of fact, I think you should be able to go shirtless. I was like, you little perv. What a perv. All right, let's put the lid back on this glue. Let's figure out what we're going to do here. What do we want to do, guys? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I don't know. I have no idea. I think there's going to be some washi tape involved. Maybe. I'm like, I am not walking around this house butt naked. He's like, oh, it's just you and me. I said, yeah, unless I want to get a cigarette or, the dogs need to go out because I go out in the backyard. He's like, well, and I'll be honest, the truth is, as far as I'm concerned, I will go out in my backyard. I don't, I wear a sports bra and go out there. I don't give a crap. You go to the pool, you wear less than that. You know what I mean? But I look at it this way. See, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses that can see my backyard. And all of them are 2 stories. Our house looks like a 2-story, but it's not. It's a 1-story. It just has those really high ceilings. Why his dad built it this way, I don't know. But that's what he did. So, yes, if you don't know, we actually live in his family home. his dad built it. He lived here when he was a teenager, and he lived here as an adult with his kids. There's been 3 generations of his family living here. Yeah, they were less to them all. So as far as I'm concerned, you live in a 2-story house. Mostly upstairs is bedrooms. Now, if you're up there and you're peeking into my backyard, if I'm laying out there butt naked and this white trash whale is laying out there in the grass on a hammock, butt naked, you're going to see what you're going to see. That's you. That's not me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you call the cops and go, she's naked, and the cops come out and they go, ma'am, you're exposing yourself, I'm going to be like, why are they peeping? So who's really in the wrong here? If you glance out your window and you see that there's a naked person in the yard next door, just close the curtains. Don't look out the window. You know what I mean? All right, I gotta get this hair off my face. It's driving me nuts, guys. I got a bad haircut last time, so I have to let it grow out, which means it's driving me bonkers. I'm gonna have to drive to California and get Michelle to do it. Maybe she would understand what the freak I mean when I say layer it. No ponytail holder. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta go get a holder. This has gotta go up. Okay. There we go. Hair out of my face. So yeah, I mean, if you gotta peek over my fence, be prepared to see me naked. You know what I mean? This is just not gonna work in here. I can't think of a single page where I want to put this. Maybe there. I don't know. But I don't have anything to go with it. That's the thing. Let's see. I suppose that would work. Okay. But we're dealing with this page. What are we going to do with it? I don't know. I don't know. All right. I'm going to trim this. Let's see where we get. Right there. Okay. Here. lived in San Francisco. There was always one blind closed, so I was curious. Tina, I finally peeked out the window. It was the people sunbathing on the roof of the apartment next to hers. Guys in Speedos. No. You know what? I don't like these little footy things. We're going to get rid of them. Yep, just don't like them. We're just going to hack them off. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm going to ink this. We're going to put it on the edge here. Creative use of paper. Not what it was intended for, but we're doing it. All right, glue. Come on. Come on, don't make me squeeze you. Then you'll blob, and then I won't like it. Shit. There we go. Things are falling over here. Come on, get started. Here we go. A little bit of glue. It's liquid. It will take the path of least resistance, and it will follow each other. That is the reality of it. Just got to get it, you know. Just got to get it started. There, there, up there, up there, up there. Of course they were happy. All right. So this needs a little love. It's not quite thick enough. And I think somewhere here, where is it? Somewhere in my basket, there's a piece I can use. Okay, so this is newspaper stuff. By the way, I have a new LA Times out there in the mailbox. I gotta go get it. Hubbard was supposed to go get it yesterday, but he didn't. He's fired. I'm firing him. Won't save me anything though, because I don't pay him, you know. All right, and then glue. Get started. There we go. Okay, little glue, little bit of glue. Okay. Glue that down. We're gluing this over here. Do you have any idea how long I've had these pockets? I was determined to use them. Hi, Steph. I know. Just cover it up. Well, I know it. We're supposed to be attracted to each other, but let's be honest. No. There are times when Hubbard's bounding around the house, butt naked, that I'm just like, put that away. Nobody wants to look at that. No. Nobody, not even me, wants to look at that. Not right now. I'm trying to eat my dinner. Did you ever have one of those when you were younger who stood in front of you and wiggled it back and forth? Like swung it? Like that's supposed to be enticing? Oh my God. And you're just like, put that away. Nope. By myself. Just to go get post boxes. Flat rate. Shoving your shit in mail. Okay. See, and that fits in there and it works. It's the right color scheme. Okay. I'm good. Here we go. What's next? Figuring out what to do at the top of the page. Okay. Now, I did reprint these so that we could use them. Because, you know, there's only 6 in the whole kit. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do, but I went back, and this is the full kit. I went back to look. Normally her stuff is like really, she's got some huge kits. But, for whatever reason, this is not one of them. I'm not going to get tricked into having that cellophane stuck to me again. See? Haha. You can't get me. Inking. Let's see. Can we get just the fairy out of there? Maybe. People wonder why my punches don't work, right? It's because I throw them. I'm done with you. Let me see. Let's see if I can do this carefully. Look very carefully. Oh shit, that did not work. Hold on. Trying to. Sticking to my finger. My apologies. Okay, right there. Okay. All right, y'all. I've got to face reality here. And that is, I need to replace that dauber head. I do wanna, but I don't really have much of a choice. All right, so let's put that about where we want it. This is gonna go like right about there. I didn't want a really sharp banner, but like I wanted it to look bannerish, so I used my notcher, my notch punch. Let me get the glue off the top of this. Okay. All right. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get a new dauber head. Dauber head, I need a dauber head. Welcome. Oh, weird dauber head. Welcome to the craft table. Hi, Miss Murray. Okay. I'm okay with this. Looking good. All right, so now we have this. What are we going to do? I don't know. Oh, we can put this on there. Okay, we can do this. Yes, no, maybe, yeah. Over here. So I made this pocket and I used just a cut of paper, 2 cuts of paper, and like an edge type die, or you can use these too. You just have to make sure that your paper is slightly larger than the slot that you're using, and then you can make this die, this pocket. And we're gonna talk about that later. But I'm gonna leave this to be a tall pocket, so I'm gonna put glue on 3 sides, and that way we can put a tag in it or something if we want to. Zoop. Zoop. Okay. Do. All right. So we left that open at the top. Hawk it. But we need something a little taller than that. Which that would work if we put like a tab on it. Because, you know, then you could pull it out. So we could put a tab at the top and make that taller. You know, we could put a pull tab up here that just makes it taller. So we could bring, you know, pull that out of there. I don't know. We'll see. What else? I don't know. Yeah, these might work. Let me cut one of these out real quick so we can take a look at it. So this is one of the original tickets in the original size that it prints. I honestly didn't think about that when I cut the pages for this. I was just cutting paper. Sometimes I like doing that. It's therapeutic, you know. Let's see, will this fit? It will, and it's a good size. Okay, So let me get rid of this. No, wrong one. Do this. This one. And this one. That one. This one. Those will have to cut by hand because my half circle is under the desk and Buggy didn't get it out for me. All right, this needs to be backed.
You need something else.
Oh, it's buried down there, babe. You know what? I have another option. I kind of like this option. So this is one of the ones we cut down to make a pocket out of it because it's too long the way that it prints. So I think it was in here. Look. Yeah. So we took this and you can see we cut it like right here. And then we fussy cut out this little bunny to put it right there. And so we made like that layered pocket. So now I'm thinking, why not just make this one big old tag? Yes, please give me some suggestions for the Dark Macabre for this year. I did come up with one that, I don't know, on the surface it seems a little appealing, but I'm just not sure about it. I don't know. It's kind of been, maybe it's been overdone, but I was thinking of just New Orleans. You know what I mean? Just New Orleans. Okay. Trim just a little bit. There's just a little showing. And then we will miter the corners. Doop. Doop. But that's what a miter sounds like. Doop. Okay. Ink. I'm going to round these just slightly. Ooh, it fits in there nice. All right, now what are we going to do over here? No idea. See, I might have done the voodoo journal. I might have done Houdou. I like Houdou. All right, so now we need something. La dee da dee da. Okay. Okay, I got that. And nope, that's got bunny ears on it. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. We're going to see if I like this. If I don't, that's okay. We'll just move on to something else. Don't like that on there at all. I do like it over here. Might like this. Take a look at it. This is just supposed to be like a washi strip, you know? Okay, there. I'll pick that up with my foot later and walk it around the house for a while. Yep. If there is not something stuck to my foot, I have not been crafting, let's be honest. I go outside every day and Mike leans over and picks something off. Like, what is that? I don't know.
Did you more washi stuck to the bottom of your feet, dear? Okay.
No, I don't like that one either. It needs washi, but not those. Not that one. Let's see. Yeah, this one. Okay. I like this one. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't like that one at all. Nope. Stay over there. Ooh, we got a piece of right here. Hold on. Yep, this is the one. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that'll get stuck to my foot later too. See, because it lives down there now. I'm getting it. Okay, got it. Okay, what else? Yes, we have a washi swap coming up for the group. If you're part of my Facebook group and you'd like to participate in the washi swap, just sign up. There's the sign up for it is right at the top. It's pinned to the top of the page. And it's going to be basically two playing cards with 18 inches of as much washi tape as you can fit on those two playing cards without overlapping. And then we're just going to send it to, the next person in line. So if you would like to participate, sign up for that. You have until the 14th, I believe, of next month to get signed up. Do y'all think I'm good with that one? Everybody saying hi to you.
Morning. Hello.
Oh my God.
Welcome to another fun-filled day. Yeehaw.
I watched this guy who does he does lists. And the other day he was doing one and he said there's a company that you can go to their website. You can put in the name of the person, a general description of the person, and what you want, and they will make a voodoo doll and curse them. And I was like, what a way to get out your frustrations.
What was the other one where they had a dating app for people that dislike the same things?
Yes, it's called
Yeah,
Haters.
the haters.
Yes, it's a dating app.
I found that fun.
It is. It's a dating app. It's real. It's a dating app called Haters, where you can, swipe right on people that hate things that you hate. You have those hates in common. Like you might not love everything, but at least you hate some of the same things. You know what I mean? I'm just wondering, is there a hate scale? Like dislike, like slightly annoyed, dislike,
Fully perturbed.
dislike with a passion. Is there like a scale of what you hate? You're low in magnesium. Wow.
So are we. I need to get some on the next Walmart run.
Okay. What are we going to do over here, ladies? We have our strips. I do like this one. I'm not real fond of that one on there, but I do like this one on there. And we could put this piece of washi tape on there. That piece that we cut, that's really long. Let's do that. Because I don't want to waste it. Raw. You know how I hate wasting washi tape. No washi tape left behind. That's right. Put it on the project or stick it on my foot. Damn, I'm getting good at that. It's like right to the point. A little bit left there. I think Cubby's in the other room making the bed now. All right, we have washi tape. Okay, now what? I don't know. What the hell? There has to be something we want to put here.
What? You need to go out? Okay, this is me coming. You see this, right?
No, not fast enough. Move your butt.
I'm old, I only go one speed.
Yeah, what speed is that? Not fast enough?
Apparently.
All right, let's see. Let's see. See, this is kind of a fall page. Fall page. Okay, I need a backer. Where is it? It is in the file. There it is, in the folder. Backer. You this crap dog. I'm gonna use this, why not, right? You know, let's use some super stick. Grown and abused a girl for years while building a big church. Scuzz. Okay. Well, you know, it's actually most of those bigger church leaders. You know, scumbags. A lot of them. Okay. Let's see. Fabu. Let's take this puppy. There we go. Now that's some ink. Okay, I need to put a little squirt of glue in here. I need some glue to come out of the bottle. Come on. We'll wait. You take your sweet time getting down there and letting gravity do its thing. Oh, glue. Okay, got some. What a mess. Yep, go all over my new dauber head. I have to tell you guys, the AI that writes my captioning, for whatever reason, no matter how many times I go in there and fix the word dauber, D-A-U-B-E-R, dauber. It writes dauber, D-O-B-E-R, and then it underlines it like, this is not a word, duh. So I have to go back through. Every time I say that word, I have to go back through and I have to correct the AI. No, you're an idiot. That's not the way it goes. A little bit bigger. Because the AI is not very smart. Oh. I'm going to be honest, too. It don't matter if they did or not. They still bite. It was in the Reader's Digest. I was reading a story about a lady who was out in her backyard. Like, she had a big backyard. So her and her husband were out there doing some gardening. So she figured she was going to do the mowing and the lawn. They have a ride-on lawnmower. So, no big deal. And a hawk flew over. And the hawk, which had gone after a mouse, which simultaneously was being gone after by a poisonous snake, the hawk got bit and it was paralyzed mid-flight. So it drops the snake. And the snake lands on the lady on the ride-on lawnmower in the backyard. I was like, oh. So she ends up getting bit. She doesn't blame the snake, I'd be freaking out too if I'm supposed to be on the ground and I'm having my meal and somebody flies over my head and picks me up, See what that would be, a little freaky deaky. All right, so we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. I think that's enough for one day, yeah? We're going to do more of this on Wednesday. Hopefully be done with it next Thursday. And then Friday, we should be able to stitch it together and get the finishing details on this one. That being said, next week, I'm going to be posting for the next journal. We have a couple that we can do. What else? I'll tell you what, there's some stories in Reader's Digest. There really is. Like, damn, how'd that happen? Kind of stories. I was reading one time about some woman who got shot in the head, in the back of her head, with the dart from a compound bow. Young guy was practicing bow shooting in his backyard, and he took all the precautions. You know, he had the hay bale and, you know, all of that stuff, and he was shooting into the hay bale. It was backed up against a tree. Yada yada yada, you know. So he was doing all of the things he was supposed to do, and somehow the bolt went into the hay bale, skimmed the side of the tree, went down between the two houses, across the street, and struck this woman in the back of her head. And she gets rushed to the hospital. And the hospital goes, you know, oh shit, we got to get this out of your head. And they start running some tests. Well, lo and behold, she had no idea, but apparently she had a tumor in her brain. And if they had not been looking at this, trying to get this bolt out of her head, they never would have found the tumor. Hey guys, look what Zola sent me. Yes, I keep it right here. They never would have found the tumor. So she got operated on because she had brain cancer, tumor in her head. She had brain cancer. So they operated on her and got the tumor out successfully. And the cops are still trying to find out who shot her. And eventually they tracked it down to this guy who lived like a block and a half from her. But just the way that the bolt had traveled. And they were like, dude, you shot a lady. He's like, what? So they were going to charge him, but the lady insisted that they not charge him because, one, he was doing everything he was supposed to as far as safety. You know, it was a freak accident that this thing got away. But in reality, he saved her life because that tumor would have killed her. So how cool is that? Like, you know, things work in mysterious ways. You know what I mean? Fate is weird. So, let me see. Here's my list. There it is. 9:45. That's right. Okay, so I have 2 videos to do. One is going to be this one. It's a one-sheet wonder. And the other one is this one. Isn't that cute? And I'll tell you later what that's made from. Anybody want to guess? Aw, no. Oh. You haven't seen Zola. No. That sucks. Tell him to find his key. Cheapo, get a new one cut. Actually, I have about 4 other videos sitting over here that need to get done as well. Now, tonight we're going to be doing the craft with me. We're going to decorate this. So this is this was Monday's video. It's the flip flop journal. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 areas to cover, 16 surfaces to cover, not including the covers. So if you'd like to come and hang out with me, I'm probably going to be about an hour and a half trying to get this thing covered. This was made out of two 8x8 canvas panels from the Dollar Tree. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 file folders. 5 file folders. Yes, 5. So this is a quick build. It doesn't take that long. 2 sheets of scrapbook paper. 10 by 10. You don't need anything for the inside because the inside actually gets covered by the file folder. So yay. So we're going to be decorating that tonight. What else? I think that's it for that. All right. So if you're new here and I have not yet offended you, subscribe. Hit notifications. I eventually offend everyone, so I will offend you. Hang around to see what it is. Let's see. If you would like to know what's going on in the channel as far as like, is there any free classes coming? What videos are coming up? Those types of things. Is she traveling? Where's she going? Which direction is she heading? All of that kind of stuff. If you want to know any of that stuff, maybe you want to support the channel. You can do that, for pennies. Pennies. I'm telling you, pennies, pennies, pennies. Maybe you want some free digitals. Go over and check out that. Let's see what else. I think that covers everything. Free stuff. Where I'm going. Supporting the channel. Oh, you want to join my Facebook group? Go on over and join the tribe over on Facebook. We do ask that you answer the actual questions. Otherwise, my keeper of the keys, the great and all-powerful Arlene, will not let you in. Yeah. She won't. She just won't. Let's see. What else? I do have something special coming up on the first Monday of August. So look for that. It's going to be a little bit different than what we usually do on Mondays. And Mondays is going to move to Tuesdays for the first Monday of the month. And other than that, there's nothing else for me to tell you. Open up the more in the description box below, and you're going to see links to all of the stuff. Until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay cool, and stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Until the next time. Bye.